Hello, everybody. Welcome to the JCX Show. My name is John Carr. If you're new here, please feel free to hit subscribe button if you want to help this channel to grow. Also, hit the notification bell if you want to see full episodes, short videos, and live streaming that will be coming up. If you got any questions, comments, or you'd like to say hi, feel free to say something on the comment section because my comment section is open for you all. And make sure you hit the like button. See who's there first. Arthur Morgan, how you doing? Welcome aboard. Anybody else who want to say hi, please feel free before we get started. I know y'all probably busy. Y'all have some things to do or get ready to go to bed because you got work tomorrow. But if you can hang with me for just a little while, we're just going to discuss what we know and what we don't know about. So, first things first, my thoughts and prayers for all the people in Japan, because I heard yesterday that they have an earthquake, and next they probably had a big tsunami, man. That's why I said, my gosh, man, that's why I pray for them that hopefully everybody's get out there, find a higher place, and be safe. I'm really do, man, because I really hope that every one of them survive, and hopefully that, well, hopefully it's nothing bad happened to. I hope it's nothing really bad happened to them. But while that happened in Japan, let me tell you this, right here in the USA, there were disabled veterans who've been arrested because they protest against Trump for sending more troops to, Iran. And they said, man, stop sending the people, man. They didn't do any craziness thing. If I get the right picture, hold up for a moment. Yeah, here it is. They didn't do like, the people do January 6th and all that kind of craziness, right? And going in. They just do like this, like a military style. They just stand there and show them the sign, give them just clear message. No, they not shouting, they not cussing, they just stand there. Just give them a clear message and say, please stop sending them. End this war. They cannot afford another war. And you know what happened next? The police come in and they're going to arrest them. Pitiful. Because these councils up there are doing nothing but signing papers and have all this new type of BS bills and kissing butts. I'm sorry, but that's my honest truth. They don't like it? Tough. And to all you veterans out there, especially disabled ones, thank you. I'm sorry, but we can't afford this. It's too much of what. And I'm with them. I'm with them with this. And here's one thing that really pisses off about this, the next one. If y'all remember, there was a fail of a humanoid, a robot, win a Beijing half marathon, beating a human road world record, right? And they think they can put that in there. Nah, I don't. Let me read this for you. A humanoid robot that won a half marathon race for robots in Beijing on Sunday run faster than human world record, shows China's technological leap. The winner from Honor, a Chinese smartphone maker, complete a 21st kilometer, 13-mile race in 50 minutes and 26 seconds, according to WeChat post by Beijing Economic Technological Development Area, as also known as Beijing E-Town, where the race was kicked off. You know what I call that? I call that a cheating. Because why are you trying to race against human? Why not race a robot against robot? You know what I'm talking about? Well, I thought it was... But, yeah. I don't know why they're making the robot to go up against a human, and they decide to say this humanoid is better than human. No. And this, hold up, let me show you a picture. Sorry, got the wrong address, but anyways, this is what the robot looked like. And like I said, cheat mode. Try to think that they could do better than humans, and they should have just let robot versus robot instead of human thing. Fool. Okay, let's see, what up? Oh. Now, rumors has it that, there's going to be, if you remember a movie called Fern Gully, they plan on having a live action. So, let me see with the, yeah. Fern Gully returns as a live action film. Amazon MGM Studios set Marshall Hiller to direct. Exclusive. Amazon MGM Studios has set Fern Gully as a live action based on the beloved 1992 animation Fern Gully, The Last Rainforest. Marshall Hiller is set to direct his own script. Stacey Sturr will produce through the Shiny Penny along with Susan Steinberg, John Steinberg, and Matt First through the Steinberg organization known as the SFO Entertainment, and defined by Nature's Hellers and Leah Hansen. Moonlight Singhai will be exclusive producer. The original Fern Gully was featuring the voice of Robin Williams, Tim Curry, Christian Slaughter, and Samantha Mathis as a remember for the tug of war over Williams voicing another character in an anime film. But since he was signed Genie in the Disney 1992 hit Aladdin, the original was set in the Australian rainforest, populated by fairies who won't accidentally shrink a logger to a fairy size. They band together to protect the rainforest from the logger business and the evil pollution entry named Hestus. I saw that movie plenty of times. I grew up with that that animated. And I'm telling you, the Fern Gully, I love the show, man. It should be good for all children, but bringing in the live action, that is a difficult for me to say. It might happen, it might not happen. I don't know. Well, excuse me. I don't know if it's good enough. It's maybe might work, but we don't know yet. Okay, to all you PlayStation gamers out there, we have a very, very big problem, and it's pissing everyone y'all off now. Cause I think it's time for y'all to go offline like permanently. I mean, it's been fun, but it's. I think we better get off because PlayStation is going to require an age verification for online features. PlayStation will ask players to verify their age later this year to continue using community features. Oh, hand. The protection and safety of a younger audience in the gaming community have become the priority of a major companies. Recently, platforms like Discord and Roblox have been introducing various age verification measures, and it appears that PlayStation will soon implement similar changes. Players need to comply with these requirements to avoid any disruption to their gaming experience. PlayStation to lock community behind age verification this year. A new email for Sony Interactive Entertainment reveals the new age verification required for PlayStation users to continue using community features. This initiative comes from goal of providing safe, age-appropriate experience for players and families while respecting their privacy. They ain't respecting no privacy. The providing of meaningful controlling over their gaming experience. This age verification process will be implemented globally, and players will need to verify their age to continue using PlayStation community services such as messages, which I don't do that, and voice chat, which I don't do that, because I'm offline, so you can't do nothing to me. You can't do nothing. If the players are not to verify their age, they can still use other services such as games, trophies, and the store. Good. Only the communication experience will be affected if you choose not to verify your age. Let me see. Shall I verify my age? How about what was the dude from the Austin Power, the evil says? How about a no? PlayStation didn't provide a date for when players need to begin the verify process. And speaking of problem with the PlayStation, let me get to the other one. Here we go. One of the employees, Shushi Yoshida, said he was fired from his role of a PlayStation studio president because he didn't listen to Jim Ryan. Okay, hold up. Yoshida was previously claimed that he was forced to take on a new indie role or leave the company. The popular exclusive quit Sony last year after 31 years of the company, where he helped launch the original PlayStation and the service as a president of a SIE Worldwide Studios between 2008 through 2029. Oh. In 2019, it was announced that Yoshida was stepping down to work on a new initiative focused on building relationship with indie developers, with Herman Klust replace him as president. Since then, Yoshida has started a number of times that it wasn't his decision to step down as a president. In that, while he was enjoying his new role working with the indie studios, he had to take it or leave the PlayStation altogether. Yoshida's latest comments came when he attended at the Alta Game Festival in Australia in this past weekend, where he was giving a talk to a Sunday about making the indie game successful when he was reportedly made the comments. As a reported by This Week in Gaming, Yoshida listed some achievements as a worldwide studio and president. He claimed he was fired for not agreeing to do certain things, which he didn't, especially for running. That's good. He said, I helped Santa Monica to make God of War, Naughty Dog to make Uncharted and The Last of Us, and Sucker Punch to make the beautiful Ghost of Tsushima, Yoshida reported. As the Ghost of Tsushima was one of the last games that I worked on as the president of Worldwide Studio. But in 2019, after 11 years of leading the first party development, I was fired from that role. Jim Ryan wanted to remove me from the first party because I didn't listen to him. He asked me to do something ridiculous things, and I said no. What the hell is this? Jim Ryan, that's SOE. What is he telling him? The reporter states that Yoshida said that this is a jovial manner, leading to a laugher from the audience, but this isn't the first time Yoshida has discussion with his removal from the SIE Worldwide Studios president role. Last month, he left Sony. Yoshida started, but he didn't choose to step down. Oh, it's... So, yeah, that's about it. All because Jim Ryan asked him to do something ridiculous and he said no. And I'm with Mr. Yoshida. Because, first of all, he helped those companies make the money. He made a God of War. He made Uncharted, The Last of Us, and a Ghost of Tsushima, which I should have get that game to help them out as a support for them. And yet this Jim Ryan idiot wants to tell him to make something ridiculous, and he said no, and say, you know what, you're fired. Nah, man. Nah. I'm sorry, but that... I'm sorry, but this is ridiculous right there. Okay, let's go to the other things. Hey, listen to this one. This is a throwback moment. Woman given a life sentence said, killing that pedophile was the best day in my life. What? This woman who smiled when the judge gave her life in prison, her name is Christy Moody, and her husband, Germany, were sentenced to life in prison for killing a registered sex offender in South Carolina. Dang. The man had been convicted of sexually assaulting a disabled woman. As Christine was leading away with shackles, she told the reporter she had no regrets and it was the best day of her life. The cook drove the man home, pretending to have a car trouble, and killed him inside. The wife, who was not on a sex offender registry, was also killed during the attack. The police found the list of Moody's home with the name of another sex offender they planned for the next target. Dang. In court, both smiled and thought smiled through their sentencing. When the judge handed down the life, Jeremy shouted at the family on the way out. Christine told the reporter she would do it again. Well, alright, here's the next one. Y'all remember this little Ice Spice? I really don't like her. I never know her, but I still don't like her. Ice Spice was arrested after farting inside a Happy Meal at McDonald's Ice Spice have been arrested after reportedly farting inside someone's Happy Meal at McDonald's, which led her getting slapped. The potential issue was when brought outside when things got more physical. Sources are unsure what caused this, but more to deal with up soup. Yeah, gee, that's disgusting. That's disgusting. Ugh. All right, y'all have been looking at the roads lately, and you see a lot of potholes, right? And they didn't try to fix the potholes. So, potholes are now illegal in the U.S. starting April 20th. That's already been now. Congress has just finalized and passed a law to make potholes illegal when all 50 states starting April 20th, 2026. After that date, it will be illegal for potholes to form. The bills, among others possibly know, it was the first to called infrastructure repairs bill being representative on the U.S. governor has complaints about flooding in from potholes. Well, hopefully we find all of them. Okay, another one. We're gonna have to cancel summer vacations, man, because this is getting ridiculous out there. Oh my gosh! Spring break is just bad, but I feel scared about summer because this one's right here. I'm reading right now. The woman spring break in Thailand leads to unbelievable STD diagnosis gone viral. Oh my gosh. Gee. Lord. A shocking story has surfaced online for the woman claims to have tested positive for multiple STDs after her spring break in Thailand. The revelation has sparked fear and outrage, with many warnings about the risk of unprotected encounters, while others are questioning the severity of the situation. Always practice safe steps, get regular screenings, and be mindful to your health while traveling. Yeah. Because you never know what you're going to catch. They might have something. And y'all. See. Okay, what's next? Before I go on, I want to say something about this one that I'm going to read. This one here is want to help us out. Just got a question for us after this. This one here says, I cheated on my husband, and when he found out, I thought my affair partner would step up. Instead, he blocked me. Good. My husband let me stay so the kids would have their mother. At first, he was quiet. Then he changed. He talks to other women on the phone like I don't exist. Some nights he doesn't come home, and he offers no explanation. It's not fair. If he hates me this much, why did he let me stay? A year passed. I tried to leave. He didn't flinch. No reaction, but I came back because of the children. Now I feel stuck in this messy, chaotic marriage. Should I try to fix this or just leave for good? First of all, you shouldn't cheat on your husband. That's the thing. With whatever that partner you got. That's the problem. You broke the marriage. You broke the most sacred marriage. And he did one thing he did do is try to let you stay because one, y'all two gotta take care of the kids. Two, they don't want to live with the motherless. But he talked to other women and he don't want to come home. It's because it's simple. He'll take care of people like he's the father of the kids and you'll be the mother of the kids. But as for the husband and wife, that's done. It's game over. That's why he doesn't want to talk to you or say nothing to you because you're finished. You cheat on him with another guy. And that's that. Now you're lucky he got a good heart because he would have thrown you cheating behind out. I don't know why he did that. Okay, the next one is somebody getting blasted by these sick, hypocritical LGBT community. Dad warned his son to stay away from transgender at Popeyes. Getting blasted by the LGBT community. The father says he was simply teaching his son the difference between a boy and a girl and didn't want him influenced. Good. A father facing backslash from the LGBT community after transgender individual uploaded a video claiming dad warns his son to stay away and don't end up like him. Not her, him. While they were at Popeyes, the father said he was simply teaching his young son the difference between a boy and a girl and didn't want him to be influenced by the situation. The video has gone viral and many defended the dad for exercising basic parental guidance while others accuse him of bigotry. Whoever is accused of bigotry is an idiot. The ended highlights had growing tensions between parenting trying to raise their children with traditional view of sex and genders versus demanding of gender ideology, which is aka idiotology in everyday public space. I'm going with the father. I'll go with the dad because we try to tell them straight up. That's a sick. We're in a sick world right now. And we try to make sure that boys grow into men and girls grow into women. See, if I had the song right, I would have sang. Okay, I think the next video, hold up, let me pause this.
Welcome to your final.
Oh yeah, I want to talk about this little case. This, what is it called? How to Get Away with Murder. I think that's what the show called. She tried to teach the final exam and she want to show them what it is. So I want to talk about that in a minute. But first, I'll check out this little video.
Welcome to your final criminal law exam. You have 10 minutes to review the case, come up with a defense, and argue against me. Whoever comes up with the best defense wins this. The 64K C&G bonus that no one won last semester. Now, today's case is a conspiracy to murder. The client is a famous, powerful, legendary woman, Snow White. The prosecution alleges that Miss White manipulated the 7 dwarfs to push her stepmother, the queen, over a cliff. Mr. Maddox, you have 3 minutes.
Why, my strategy is to put Snow White on the stand. Rookie mistake.
Most defense lawyers advise their clients to avoid testifying.
Snow White's likable. She's smart, friendly. It'd be really hard for a jury to believe she'd ever conspire to murder anyone.
But once she's up there, you can't control what she'll say.
It's a necessary risk.
I'm just surprised that none of you other 18 people came up with this other suspect. Snow White's father, the king.
He framed his own daughter.
Yes.
What evidence can you present the jury?
The statistic that 30,000 women worldwide are killed by intimate partners every year. The king also had power and money to command his henchmen to do his bidding and keep their mouths shut after. Power is how you form a viable conspiracy.
This is all circumstantial inference.
Doesn't matter. We're convincing a jury. And regular folks love to believe that the most successful people, elites, if you will, are hypocrites. Whether it's true or not, the jury will believe that the rich husband did it, just so that their lives don't seem so small by comparison.
So if I was on the jury, I would have no choice but to convict Miss White. Maybe I should just keep this check for myself.
Well, that was never mentioned as an option.
Well, I didn't think I would be the only one to figure out this twist in this case. Fine, hint. The queen did it.
The queen killed herself? There's no evidence of that.
I didn't say she killed herself.
But she's the victim, dead.
Is she?
OMG, there's no body.
Explain.
In the case study, it says the dwarves pushed the queen off the cliff, but not that anyone ever found a body.
Meaning?
She faked her death and framed Snow White.
And that's the best defense I've heard all day. Mr. Millstone, come and get your check.
Okay, let me think on that. First of all, if the body is what's been disappeared, don't you think? Let's think about this. The seven dwarfs didn't killed the queen, because first of all, the queen, what, wants to kill Snow White, because Snow White was kind-hearted princess, and she is innocent of all things. And when she, if y'all remember the Snow White and Seven Dwarfs, she was singing her little song, right? And then there was a prince coming on there. He said, "Ah!" And while she just run away for a moment, right? And he tries to, "Why did you run away? I'm just going to introduce." And the queen is got all jealous up because he's saying to Snow White instead of her. So she hired a henchman to kill her, but the henchman cannot kill her. So he tried to kill a pig to put the pig heart in the chest. So what happens next? The queen turned into the ugliest looking woman and tried to put a poison apple and tried to kill Snow White. And next thing you know, the seven dwarfs was trying to go chase the queen, and the queen tried to grab the big stick, tried to pull the rock to destroy the house, but she can't, and the lightning hits. Next thing you know, she fell from a cliff. She got killed. That's it. So there's no way the queen still lives, okay? No way. Okay. This one here, I think this is real good truth. So this explains a lot. So somebody listen to this. Just listen to this one.
Protect this man at all costs.
My name is Dr. Jared Cooney Horvath. I'm a former teacher turned cognitive neuroscientist who focuses on human learning. And I do not receive funding, nor have I ever, from big tech. So a sad fact our generation has to face is this.
Yeah.
Our kids are less cognitively capable than we were at their age. Every generation has outperformed their parents, and that's exactly what we want. We want sharper kids.
Right.
And the reason for this largely has been school. Each generation spends more time in school. We use school to develop our cognition until Gen Z. Gen Z is the first generation in modern history to underperform us on basically every cognitive measure we have, from basic attention to memory to literacy to numeracy to executive functioning to even general IQ, even though they go to more school than we did. So why? What happened? What happened around 2010 that decoupled schooling from cognitive development? It can't be school. Schools basically look the same. It can't be biology. This hasn't had enough time to change. The answer appears to be the tools we are using within schools to drive that learning. Across 80 countries, as Gene was just saying, if you look at the data, once countries adopt digital technology widely in schools, performance goes down significantly. To the point where kids who use computers about 5 hours per day in school for learning purposes will score over 2/3 of a standard deviation less than kids who rarely or never touch tech at school. And that's across 80 countries. Bring it home to the US. Let's go to the US. We have our NAEP. That's our big data. Take any state. Here's a fun experiment you can try. Take any state NAEP data. Compare that to when that state adopted one-to-one technology widely, and watch what happens. The NAEP data will plateau and then start to drop. And of course, this is all correlative. What we really want is causative. To get causation, what you need is academic research, and you need mechanisms, explanations for why we're seeing what we're seeing. Luckily, we have academic research stretching back to 1962 that shows the exact same story for 60 years. When tech enters education, learning goes down. In fact, because what do kids do on computers? They skim. So rather than determining what do we want our children to do and gearing education towards that, we are redefining education to better suit the tool. That's not progress, that is surrender. So as we go through our discussion today, there's going to be a lot of talk about smartphones and social media, rightly so. But I'm the voice here to remind you that even in schools, it doesn't matter what the size of the screen is. If it's a phone, if it's a laptop, if it's a desktop, and it doesn't matter who bought it. Is it school sanctioned? Does it have the word education stamped on it? It doesn't matter. All of these things are also going to hurt learning, which in turn are going to hurt our kids' cognitive development, right at the time when we need our kids to be sharper than we are.
This has to stop. Like this post, follow No Dice, and join me for No Dice.
Yeah. We need to do better, Meg. We need to do better. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to wrap things up because it's getting real ridiculous. Before I go, I got something I want to say. I saw reviews from few like IGN, Rotten Tomatoes, and all that from the movie Michael. And let me tell you something. I don't know who the heck these people are. They not a Michael Jackson fan. I'm be honest. They not. Because whoever they are, they just wasted their time, man. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to, I don't care if it's 10, 11, 12, I don't care how long it takes. I'm going to see it, Michael. Even as early as I can get. Because you know, I'm a Michael Jackson fan. My family is a Michael Jackson fan. And we probably have a hardcore Michael Jackson fans out there. You know that. So, I'm going to do this. If I'm going to see that movie, I'm going to score it better. Better than any of these populated fools. As a matter of fact, I want every one of y'all to go and do this too. Be a journalist on that movie if you're going to see it. And I want you to type it down and make sure you put it, what do you rate on that? Because this is getting ridiculous. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's all the time I have. Thank you for watching the JCX Show. My name is John Carter, and I hope I see you again. Until then, please be safe out there. Be blessed. And may God be with you. Peace.